if you are thinking about getting married right now, if you have plans, maybe you have a wedding plan, and you still are not, you don't have your first property, and you're thinking about getting your first property, don't get married. Stop the marriage. Maybe put it off for another year. Don't get married.
Find a property. It doesn't take that long.
You go
to
buy
find a property.
Husband or future husband. Go find a 4-unit. Go big. Get a 4-unit. If FHA allows you to go 4 units, go 4 units if you can. If you can't afford 4 units, get 3 units. If you can't afford 3 units, get 2 units. If you can't afford 2 units, get 1 unit. It's better to get 1 unit each than to not get anything. Hey guys, welcome back to Driven Couples, and we're here trying out some new gadgets that the team bought. We have speakers. It sounds a little loud. Tell me, guys, if you can hear me good, because we hear ourselves. It's a little weird, huh?
It's a little echo, yeah.
So it's a little weird, but it's pretty cool.
There's another option.
So
Put it inside things?
yeah, it's good. We'll try it out this way. So guys, this episode is very it's gonna be very informative. I think it's gonna be the episode of the year. So I'm very excited. As you see, Syl's super excited, and it's our company potluck
Today.
So we're having our company potluck right after this. So we're really excited, and we're really thankful for first for all of you guys that are watching us, all our YouTube followers, all our Instagram followers, all the people in the company that help us, our team, our agents. Very grateful, for people that are all in with us, that really support us and have supported our growth. So today we're going to talk about FHA, and we titled it FHA because FHA literally got us to the point where we are today. Like FHA, I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to pull up some numbers here on my phone, but FHA, when we bought our first property, I got a 3-unit property. So I have some notes right here. I think this is, wait. So
you bought 3 and I bought 4.
So my first property was a 3-unit, and it made me. You can give it to me, Anthony. Part of the team. My first property was a 3-unit. So this 3-unit, it made me $426,904 in 53 months. So that's 4 years and 5 months. And I'm gonna break it down how I got this property, and I'm gonna give you guys the A to Z. So this probably is not going to be the most funny episode or exciting, but it's going to be very informative. So this is going to make you a lot of money, and this is going to show you how, even though in 2013 when I got my first property, even though I wasn't making a lot of money, I was able to get this property FHA, even though my FICO score was a 560. It was a 560 FICO score, and I had a lot of debt. I had like a bunch of collections back then. I don't know if you remember, Syl, but we were in the Equinox that was in Century City, the one that they closed down by the hotel.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was there, and I remember I was going back and forth with the lender because my credit was messed up, and we were trying to make it work and rescore and all that. But what do you remember from your first investment, Syl? That way I want to pull some numbers up right here, but I have a sheet here that might refresh your memory. Watch.
What do I remember about it, as in what it looked like?
No, like how you got it, the process.
Well, the process is easy. You simply get qualified. Once you get pre-qualified, you know exactly where you stand and what your buying power is. Some people aren't ready to buy right away, and we have to do a little bit of work. And what that means is your FICO could be a little low. For me, in my case, since I was self-employed agent, I got qualified before, and I got pre-qualified, knew exactly what my buying power was for 2 units, 3 units, and then 4 units. So of course I went for 4 units, and I love real estate. I always have. He knows that. I'm obsessed with real estate. And I remember this property wasn't perfect. I knew I had to do work to it, and it turned out to be an amazing investment. We made a lot of money from that property. in 36 months, which is very little time. Time goes by super fast.
It does. So guys, I want to give you guys an example. Okay, like when I got my first property, 2013, I made barely enough income to qualify. So I have here that I made 122,878. This is 2013. This is my business income.
Mine was better.
And that was like gross. So I had my net needed to be enough to qualify. So I used 2013 taxes, and I used 2012 taxes, and because I bought FHA and I was self-employed, so that gives you an idea. So I remember we averaged my income, so I needed to put less expenses in my taxes so that I can qualify, because when you're self-employed, you're going to get the average of the 2 years. So let's say Juan Carlos right there watching us, let's say he is a realtor, and he made 40 grand last year, and then this year he reported 80,000. So for FHA, you're going to get the 80,000 and the 40,000, and you're going to get the average. So 40,000 and 80,000, you combine them, you average it over 2 years. So you're going to meet in the middle, 60 grand. So 60 grand is going to be your income that you're going to use to qualify. So you can't use the 80 grand that you made this year. This year you made more money than last year, because last year was 40 grand. You guys following me? So 40 grand last year, but then this year you made 80. You can't use the 80. You're going to average your income. So it's going to bring you down to 60, because the last year you only made 40. So you're going to make 60 grand. This is very similar to like what I reported. So 60 grand is the number that I used to qualify. And then what helped me is that I bought 3 units. So I was a single guy. So let me explain what I did. Okay. I used FHA to literally make me $300,000 plus 300. Wait, no. I'm wrong. I used FHA to make me $426,000 in 53 months. That's 4 years and 5 months. And my down payment, I only had $3,000. $3,000 when I opened escrow. It's crazy, crazy story. Can you imagine? I almost made $500,000 in 4 years and 5 months, and I wasn't making that much money, and I had $3,000 in the bank. I had $80,000 collection, another $60,000 collection, and a bunch of other collections that were smaller from 2008 when the market, when the mortgage meltdown happened. So it took me that long to kind of get back up to 560 FICO score, and I still had a lot of collections, but I was working, hustling. I was making over 100K. However, it was not. I was still recovering. So when I found this property, I went in there and 60 grand's income. Just using that as an example. Mine was a little. It was close to that, but I'm talking about net income averaged over 2 years. So 60 grand. Now, what I did is I lived in one unit because I had a 3-bedroom, and then the other 2 units were 1-bedroom. So because I was single, I didn't have a beautiful wife like I do today, and I didn't have 2 daughters, kids, and then another daughter on the way. So now I have Syl, 3 daughters. One's about to
Hatch.
Yeah, hatch pretty soon, and then we have a dog, Chip. But back then we didn't have any. Like we were boyfriend girlfriend. So I'm gonna tell you that story after. But I wanted to get a property before I got married because you only qualify for one FHA loan before you get married. So because I was single, I was able to pull this off. I used the 3rd unit as rental income because the third unit had 3 bedrooms. So one of the units had 3 bedrooms. I didn't need 3 bedrooms if I'm single, just me by myself. So I occupied a 1-bedroom. So I lived in one bedroom, 1 bath. That's where I occupied. And then I rented the 3 unit, which gave me more rental income. Because a 3rd unit, a property that has 3 bedrooms in LA, that's a lot of rent. Those rent for a lot. So I was able to get that rent to help me qualify. and I was able to use the other 1 bedroom to get more rental income. So think about it. A 3 bedroom was renting for about $2,500 a month. Now it's more. But I was getting $2,500 a month rental income plus another $1,200 for the 1 bedroom. So I was making all that extra money every month. So the bank gave me my 60 grand plus the 2,500 for the 3 bedroom plus the 1,200 for the 1 bedroom. That's $3,700 a month in income. This alone paid for the mortgage payment. Crazy, huh? So 37. So I was living for free. 37. I was actually getting money. Not living for free. I was making some money. So $3,700 times 12 months. Now that's 44,400 on top of my 60 grand that I have. So I was getting 104,400 net income. So it's easier to qualify for a 3 unit than it is to qualify for a 1 unit because you're able to use the rental income. So that's how I did it. And then when Syl, it came to a point where I got that property and I made all that money, but Syl really wanted to get married with me. She was like begging me literally, I want to get married. Like Albert, she was in love.
He's lying.
She was in love. And I told her, babe, we gotta slow down. We gotta get an investment property each. So first, you gotta get your own FHA multi-unit. You go get it. You live in one, and you rent the other ones, and then I have mine, and then we get married. Because what happens is when you get married, anybody here that's in mortgage or real estate, this is like basic investing in real estate 101. Before you get married, you buy an FHA property. Even right now, it's 3.5% down. 3.5% down. That's nothing. Like, I see a lot of people like with Chanel purses and other things that could be your down payment for a house.
Yeah.
So remember, you don't necessarily have to go buy an expensive home. You could go buy a 4 unit in the outskirts of your big city. So for example, you live in LA. LA is too expensive. You live in Salinas. Salinas is too expensive. You live in San Diego. It's too expensive. But now, especially after COVID, a lot of people are working from home. So if your employer allows you to work from home, you could buy an FHA property, and then you can get an FHA loan for a 4 unit anywhere because you're going to occupy it. Now, if you don't mind the commute, you could get a property as long as you could sell your story to the lender, and you could be like, hey, you know what? And it has to be truth, by the way. But you have to sell a story. What I mean by selling a story is it has to make sense. You got to tell it has to be like, okay, well, I live in I work in downtown LA, but I'm buying a 4 unit in Palmdale. That's a 1 hour drive. That's about maybe 50 something miles. I'm going to commute because the only place where I could afford a 4 unit is in Palmdale. I get paid a salary, I get paid hourly, and that's all I could afford in Palmdale. But this makes it very affordable for somebody that's making $50,000 a year, more or less. They could qualify for a property in Palmdale. Why? Because they're going to use the rental income and they're going to qualify. Oh, wait, Albert, but you know what? I'm W-2. I don't get paid that much. I'm making $50K a year. I'm an employee. Like, I don't have that much savings. You only need 3.5%. And you know what else you can do? You could also get a gift for your down payment. They can give you a gift for your down payment. And I could get into that. I'm going to get into every detail right now. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make $426,904 in 4 years. And right now, it's the perfect moment to buy property because right now you're getting them at a discount, which I'll get into that also. Now, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. So when you buy is extremely important, right? There's a lot of investigation that goes into purchasing a property. You have to investigate a lot of different things. Now, when you buy is extremely important. We happened to buy when the market kept going up. So we made a lot of money for that reason. There was a lot of equity in the properties once we got rid of them. Just now, you can find a lot of great deals. Investors are starting to come back into the market because now they don't have to compete with hundreds of offers 30 on one property, hundreds of buyers. It's just a different market right now. But buying, if you want to invest, of course, which is the best way to create passive income. It just is, you know. Real estate is amazing. You can never really go wrong. There's appraisals in place to protect you. But for example, if you ever do want to invest, a good way to leverage your money is where you buy 4 units with 3.5 down, you occupy one. When you're ready, we then take whatever money you've been able to save, and then you could just buy your single family owner occupied residence and put 5% down or a little bit more. And then after that, you'll have to start putting significantly bigger down payments on units, which is normally what, 25% down? 25% down?
For 4 units, yes, 25%.
It's 25%.
But for 2 units, you could put as low as 10%.
Yeah, it just depends.
For a single family, you could put 5%. You could there's even like 100% financing options. So it depends.
So much.
And we're gonna cover everything today. And this live could probably this one could go like 2 hours. So
no, we're not going. We don't have 2 hours.
It could go 2 hours.
We don't have 2 hours.
So we'll see how long we go.
We're gonna be here for 1 hour. If you guys have questions, ask us. Anything.
We'll go an hour and a half. What do you guys think? Comment how long you guys want us to go.
I'm done. That's why we have a timer.
Ask questions. Give us some questions. I want to answer some questions here. And one key thing that I was explaining is for you guys to know, if just in case you're planning on getting married, if anybody is planning on getting married right now, don't get married. Okay, and I'm saying this, if you want to invest, if you want to buy your first property, if you don't own a property and you want to buy right now, this is the best time to buy because properties are being sold now at a discount. They're being sold at a discount, and you have to take advantage of that right now because you have not a lot of competition. And I think that these next 2 months to close out the year, these are going to be the best months to buy something because there's even less competition because everyone is having potlucks, having Christmas parties, having New Year celebration. So not everybody's focused right now in the right things, right? Everybody wants to be with the family, relax, get cozy, and chill. So it's a great opportunity because properties that were selling for 80 grand above last year are now selling 20, 30 grand under. So people last year were paying 80 grand above purchase price, and appraised value wasn't even getting there. They were paying the difference out of their pocket. And yeah, they were getting a 3.5% down. You could get like a 4.5 right now, maybe even less. And that's another topic. And not only that, you don't have to pay 80 grand above price anymore. Mm-hmm. And prices have went down at least 10% from last year right now. And so they're down 10%, just giving you just more or less. I'm not guaranteeing 10%, but they went down about 10%. So now you don't have to offer over 80 grand over. Now you could offer, besides the 10% discount, you could offer 20 grand, 30 grand less, which gives you a massive better deal than last year. And there is ways to get your rate down by 2-3% because there's programs where the seller can help you. Sellers right now are very desperate, so they're offering a lot of credit. Yeah. They want to help you buy. It's a buyer's market, so it's a great time to buy. Now, what I was saying is that if you don't own a property right now, you're watching this and you want us to help you, reach out to us, reach out to TMG. We help people buy properties. Like I got Anthony right there on watching us. He's such a fan. Like he works here and he's watching Driven Couples.
How cute.
So and I'm sure he's watching it because he wants to learn. He's probably thinking like, I'm gonna pick up a nice 3-4 unit property right now, because he qualifies, by the way. Actually, I'll qualify you. So he's watching because he's very interested. So check this out. If you're thinking about buying right now, get pre-approved. Reach out to me. Reach out to Syl, reach out to Steph, send us a DM on Instagram or send us a DM on or a message through YouTube. My email is on my YouTube channel. Send me your contact information. We'll help you. We'll even pay for your appraisal. We'll pay for your appraisal, but you got to be serious. So if you're interested in getting pre-approved, we are going to pay for your appraisal. And we are allowed to pay for your appraisal. But all we ask is you guys have to be serious. So if you want to get pre-approved, want to save the money on the appraisal, want us to help you negotiate a great deal, reach out. Reach out. We're here to help you. And one key thing is, okay, you're asking, well, Albert, why didn't you get married with Syl? Like you should have seen Syl when I got married with her.
He's lying.
So if you're wondering, like, how come you didn't want to pull the trigger, Albert? I'm like, I didn't want to get married with her because once you get married, then you qualify only for one FHA loan as a married couple. So the only way to get two FHA loans is to get divorced.
Oh, God.
We've had clients that got divorced after they got married because they were like, oh man, now we only qualify for one FHA loan. So they got divorced because of that. And then one party got their property, the other party got their property, and then, you know, they did their thing. But if you are thinking about getting married right now, if you have plans, maybe you have a wedding plan, and you still are not, you don't have your first property and you're thinking about getting your first property, don't get married. Stop the marriage. Maybe put it off for another year. Don't get married.
Find a property. It doesn't take that long.
You go
to
buy
find a property.
Husband or future husband, go find a 4-unit, go big, get a 4-unit. If FHA allows you to go 4 units, go 4 units if you can. If you can't afford 4 units, get 3 units. If you can't afford 3 units, get 2 units. If you can't afford 2 units, get 1 unit. It's better to get 1 unit each than to not get anything. Guys, if you made it this far, I have an exclusive mastermind that I want you to join. Go to drivenacademy.com and subscribe to my exclusive mastermind where we're gonna meet in person every month at my workshop and you get more perks. All you gotta do is go to the link below and sign up. I'll see you there. And you could easily rent it. There's a lot of ways to make money. You could Airbnb it, you could find a long-term tenant. Rents are going up, so you're always gonna have somebody to live in that space because we have a shortage in housing. Renters, tenants are out there. So invest before you get married. If you're the wife right now and maybe you're looking at me and you're like cussing me out behind the screen and you're like, why did you say that, Albert? I hate you. I want to kill you. I'm sorry, but I'm helping you for your future. If we didn't have those multi-units that made us that much money, we wouldn't be here. These properties, Syl got her 4-unit and Syl got her 4-unit. Look.
For the record, I always wanted a property. It has nothing to do with marrying you or not. I always wanted one, and I was very quick. He qualified me, and I literally had a house like a week
Syl,
later.
hold on. So Syl's first investment property that I did her loan. I was her loan officer, one of the best. How long did it take me to close it?
It was fast. 16 days, 17 days?
And that's back in the day. That was 2014. So like 8 months later, she got hers, and then we finally got married, and then she became the happiest woman on earth. We got married a day before Halloween.
Yeah.
This
2013, October 30th.
Oh, it was 2013. Oh, so you got your property the same year then?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got married right after. So, guys, time flies. You see how fast? Like right away after she got her property, like bam, she nailed me. So, Syl's first property made her $285,102 in 3 years. So it gets better. $285K in 3 years. So look, this is what I want people like Anthony to do. Find a property in Bakersfield, in Palmdale, in any area outside LA that's affordable. And let me tell you something, properties have dropped about 10% from last year, and they're about to drop another 5-10%. So, and I think we're very close to the ceiling. What I mean by the ceiling is I think we're close to the worst moment. This is what I'm hearing from billionaire friends and 100 millionaire friends that are telling me, and people that are experts, that we are very close to the worst. And properties you could already negotiate a lower price. So the good thing about right now is that you could get a better deal because you don't have a lot of competition and you don't need a lot of money. I'm telling you, my FICO score was a 560 and I got a 3-unit, and still had a good credit. She got a 4-unit. But even if you have a FICO score in the 620s, 640s, 600s, perfect credit score for FHA. FHA gives you the best pricing and interest rates, even with a 600 score. And it also has higher ratios. So meaning debt to income ratio. So even if you have a debt, you can qualify. Even if you have like a car payment, like if you went out and got a $500 or $600 car payment, you still qualify. If you go conventional, it's gonna hurt you because conventional has more strict ratios. But if you go FHA, you got a car payment, no problem. FHA allows a lot of, they're very flexible. FHA loan is a very flexible loan, and it allows most people to qualify. It's supposed to help people that that don't have the highest paying jobs, don't have the highest FICO score. So I'm telling you, like Anthony could literally go to any outskirt place of LA and get a 4-unit and just move into a unit, collect rental income, live for free, and then later on, 5 years later, he made a couple $100,000.
So what are the
maybe more.
requirements before we start taking questions? What do people need to qualify for an FHA loan? Last 2 years' taxes, recent pay stubs to cover a month.
It depends if they're W-2, and it depends if they're self-employed. So if they're self-employed, you need 2 years of tax returns to qualify. If you average them, if you are W-2, and let's say you went to school and you graduated from school, you got your degree, and you've been working for 6 months or a year, you qualify because you have a college degree, and they'll let you use your income even if you don't have a 2-year history. So there's a lot of ways to qualify, but I want to get more in depth. I want to know what you guys want to know. I have a lot of good things to say about FHA here. Like I think I mentioned most things, Syl.
Well, the basics are having a 2-year work history.
You don't need that because if you graduated.
Okay, but for normal people that don't go to college, you need a 2-year work history, whether it's self-employed or W-2. You also need bank statements, pay stubs to cover 1 month, and your down payment is 3.5 down. The minimum FICO requirement is what?
So you
What is the minimum
you don't
FICO?
need bank statements. You could even do VOD.
Okay.
So like
well,
it's
we're talking regular FHA loan, like.
yeah, exactly. Well, there's a lot of
Do you
things.
want to do this live by yourself?
No,
Is that
I know,
what-
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
all right.
So, guys, do we have any
Basic
questions?
FHA loan, like a real government loan. I'm not talking about VOE only. I don't want to
No,
confuse
I'm not saying
people. Very
VOE. I said
basic.
VOD. That's verification
Of
of deposit.
deposits.
Yeah, so that's not a VOE.
Okay, you just need a 3.5 down payment.
So, guys, ask me the questions, please. So let's take on the first question, Steph.
The first question is from Ale Flores.
No.
Done.
Just-
Yeah.
Who is it?
Ale Flores.
Ale Flores. Remember to let me focus on my strengths and you focus on your strengths. So, there's a lot of different.
A lot of people don't go to college. So you need a 2-year
Alejandro.
work history, 3.5 down payment, a minimum FICO, and that's it. A down payment. Super easy.
You don't even need a down payment. You could use
Oh
a
my
gift.
God.
You could even use a gift. A lot of buyers, they get a gift.
It seems as though Ale is unavailable, but this is the question. Would I still qualify if I co-sign for my uncle to get his house?
If you co-sign for your uncle to get a house, yes, you can still qualify. Make sure that your uncle is making the payments.
Yeah.
So make sure that your uncle is making the payments. And also, we're going to have to qualify you, pre-approve you. So your income is going to have to be there. So the best thing to do is reach out to us, Alejandro, and we can pre-approve you. We have a lot of people that we've helped buy a house that they co-sign for another house. So you could definitely qualify, and we are here to help you. So let's move to the next question, Steph.
Awesome. The second question is from Natalie Cerna.
Natalie Cerna, she sounds like somebody that's going to come this Saturday that signed up for Driven Academy.
Natalie?
And guys, look, one quick.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You signed up for Driven Academy, huh?
Yes, I did. I'm super excited.
Awesome. We're going to meet you this Saturday. You'll get to rub Syl's tummy.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't hear you still.
She's not talking.
I'll
She's
see you
just-
Saturday.
Oh.
What is your
Oh, okay,
question?
see
How
you
can
Saturday.
we help you?
So I was wondering how you guys found your first property. Like, should we go on market? How should we find our first property? Do we
So-
go to a real estate agent? Can we do like creative finance? How do you guys suggest?
I'll tell you how I found my property, and then Syl can tell you how she found her property. But for me, I was in the business, so I was a loan officer, and it's a crazy story. Like I knew this agent, so that's why you're not any business you're in the relationship business. You're not in the transaction business. So whatever you do, if you focus on transactions, you're gonna have a job. But if you focus on building relationships, you're gonna build wealth. So ever since I was a little kid, I focused on building relationships. I always built relationships. So I knew this realtor, and I went to him and I told him, hey, buddy, I want to get this house, because he had a 3-unit property. And then it was a great deal because I got it for like, I don't know, maybe $100,000 under, or 80 grand under, because cheaper, because the couple was going through a divorce, the sellers. So he signed the listing agreement like 6 months. He had the property already sold, or he had the listing like 6 months before that. And then the seller said, I want to sell it. I'm finally ready to sell it. And they had already agreed on the price. And he told them, hey, well, you want to redo the contract? They said, no, let's just do it like that. I just want to sell it. The price that we agreed on, that's fine. And the price had went up. Prices were going up. So I told my friend Werner, if you're watching this, so I told Werner, I said, hey, Werner, let's get this deal. And, you know, I told him, like, hey, I'm a loan officer, and I was driving an Audi A6 back then, and I wasn't broke. I was making about $100,000, but I was spending a lot of money because I had a lot of expenses, so I was pretty broke. So I drove an Audi A6. I didn't qualify for that Audi A6 because my credit was bad, so my dad financed it under his credit. My dad has always been there for me, by the way. I love my dad. So he helped me get that car, and I paid $600 a month for that Audi A6. So I was driving that car, and I looked successful. So I looked really successful because right then, everybody had lost everything in 2008, everybody in the business, and I was doing good. It appeared that I was doing good. So I told Werner, and I used my people skills. I said, hey, Werner, I'm very successful. You know me. I'm your loan officer. I'm going to get this deal. And he said, well, you're going to do your own loan? I said, yeah, of course. I'm going to take care of it. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to do my loan, but I'm going to do it. Somebody's going to help me with it that I know. So I'm fully qualified. I'm ready to go. Bam. We opened escrow. He didn't question me. Relationships. We opened the escrow, and I only had $3,000. So while we were in escrow, I saved the rest of the money. I got a few collections settled, and my FICO score went above 600, just above 6. I think I had 609 when we closed escrow. It was like a 90-day escrow. I don't recommend you to do this, but it went about 90 days, got about 3 extensions, finally closed on that deal. And then that was like one of my greatest investments I've ever made at that time. So that's how I found mine, through relationships, people that I knew. So it's very important for you to know somebody that has connections, that has the right relationships, because they can help you. So you got to hear Syl. She can help you find a deal, and she has a lot of good connections. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
Nerves, that's
so
why.
So and tip, like, if you're watching this, like, I don't know, but it seems like
it makes things so difficult.
Ladies,
it's really, really simple to qualify
ladies like to get when ladies get mad, then the makeup is nice.
Anyway,
so how'd you
the
find
way
your,
that
your,
I
your,
found
your
Natalie my
units?
property was on the MLS. I was a realtor. I still have my real estate license, and there's something called the MLS. It's a multi-listing system, MLS. And that's basically where your real estate agent goes to look for properties for you. What I did was go directly. I searched the MLS. I looked at a couple properties, and I found this 4-unit that was just perfect. 1 bedroom, 1 bath each.
But you negotiated it really good.
So yeah, and I just told him, hey, I want you to represent me. However, there's different ways to go about it. You can find off-market deals, for sale by owners. Literally, it's unlimited on the way that you can find a property. For me, it just made more sense to go directly to him, get a better deal. And it's called dual agency, so he was going to represent both sides, the listing and the selling. So he already had the listing, and then he was representing me as a buyer. And that's how I got it done. And I ensured that my offer was going to get accepted. So super easy. There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of great realtors. There's also a lot of bad realtors. So
I think so that the key point right there is that you were an amazing realtor.
I am an amazing
So
realtor.
I think the answer is you got to find an amazing realtor. We have a lot of them, by the way, but you did your due diligence.
Yeah.
You called the listing agent and you pretty much negotiated the deal and got it accepted.
Yeah.
So like,
I saw the property, made the offer that same day, went to his office. I think you waited in the car, signed it off, and opened escrow the next day.
and I waited in the car because I didn't want to make him jealous. Remember?
Yeah.
You said don't come in because I'm gonna use my perks. That way maybe he thinks I'm attractive and he accepts my offer for a lower price. Because if I go up with you, maybe he's like, never mind, I'm not gonna accept this offer. So I
Yeah.
stayed in the car. It
Just
worked
gotta
out pretty
be
good.
smart. Yeah, it worked.
So get a great realtor.
Yeah.
Does that answer
Thank
your
you.
question?
Yes, it did. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
And also
You're
reach out.
welcome.
We'll talk on Saturday, and then I'll connect you with somebody good, and,
Yeah,
and
it's
we'll find you your
really
property.
easy to get qualified. Honestly, FHA is so lenient. It's one of the best programs with the exception of VA. VA is like for
The best.
veterans.
That's the best one.
That's the best one.
But you got to be a veteran.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next question,
Okay,
Steph.
Thank you.
Next
You're welcome.
question is from Pipe Corral.
Pipe Corral. There he is.
Hello guys, how are
Hi.
you? Big fan.
We can't see
Hey, we can't see your camera.
Uh,
We can't see your camera, Pipe.
yeah, I'm trying to.
He doesn't want us to see him.
Hey, this life's
No,
go-
it says like allow soon to access your camera from device. Give me just a second if I can fix.
just allow it.
Maybe that is like in the general.
That's okay. You could just ask us your question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm from New York, so I live here in New York City, and I was asking, I was wondering if I can apply to FHA loan, but without living in the property, because even the 3.5%, here is good money, here is like, everything is like close to 1 million already here in New York City. So that's like my question.
So,
He needs to live in the property.
so your question is if you could not live in it, is that your question?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
For example, because here is too expensive, but I know that the rest of the states is like like really much cheaper than here.
Ye- No. So for FHA, you have to occupy one unit. So FHA, what I recommend you is if you go outside, like to the outskirts, you could probably find something that's more affordable. If you're looking just in New York, it is expensive, kind of like LA. LA is also expensive. If you go look for 4 units in LA, it's $1 million. Also, it's 3.5% is $35,000 from $1 million. So but if you go outside to the outskirts, I'm pretty sure you could find something for half the price or less. You could commute to work, and also you could some places allow you to work from home, so you could do that. But if you work in New York, like you can't buy in another state, but you could buy outside of New York City, like maybe 50 miles away, and
Yeah,
you
like New York State. Let's say like New York State.
Yeah, so anywhere that's around 50, 60 miles, if like an hour drive more or less, maybe you could take the metro or they have the subway over there. But if it makes sense, the lender will allow you to do that. But it has to make sense. You can't say, oh, well, I'm going to buy 3 units, like 3-hour drive, and it's FHA. They're not, that won't be allowable. But you could find something in the outskirts.
Okay, guys. That's like my question for now.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.
We got somebody that raised a hand. Yeah, guys. So let me know if you have more questions. Let me. Is that the? Am I seeing everybody right there? Yeah. So let's see. Herman Gomez. Where's Herman Gomez? Oh, he's connecting this. He's just. So John Jimenez. I see you have a hand right there. You got a question, brother? You gotta unmute it.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Hey, John,
How are
I
you guys?
thought you said he didn't have a question, Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm
Can you hear me?
just being funny. Yeah. I'm just in a good
Not
mood
funny.
today. This is a great live. It's turning out really good, and Syl, like I'm just grateful to have Syl. Syl's awesome.
I don't know what you would do without me.
I would certainly do it differently.
Right.
Yeah, but John, so what's your question, John?
Right. So I'm from New Jersey, and I just got married.
Oh, you just got married?
I'm living here 3 years. I came here 3 years ago, and I got married. And I want to know if me and my wife can qualify for an FHA loan.
Yeah.
The thing is that she been in Ecuador 2020, right? So, and then she came here and worked.
You froze, John. Are you still there?
Just answer based on what he asked. So she lived in.
Oh, I think he got disconnected. You got disconnected, John. Can you unmute it again? We got 20 more minutes. Oh, John, there you are.
All right.
Okay, John, just say the last part.
Yeah,
You got
okay.
cut off. So you said your wife came from Ecuador?
Lived in Ecuador 22 years.
Right.
Yeah. And she came.
Yeah, he was there. So the thing is that she just have the tax return from 2021.
Okay, so
So
just
I don't
one.
know if she can qualify for it.
2 years.
So she has 1 year tax returns, 2021. Does she have? So
Yeah.
this
Maybe
is
she has from 19.
so this is what you have to do. So you when she files 2022 taxes, she could file those taxes early. So as soon as the year is over, she can go and file those taxes, get them stamped, get them processed, and then now you have 2 years for her. And I think you have 2 years taxes, right? You do have 2 years taxes?
Yeah, I do. I do have tax returns.
Okay, now let me ask.
The thing is that she's not working during this year because their parents got divorced, so she's feeling down, and she's with no work right now. I'm the one who's
Got it.
working. I'm the one who is.
Got it. So let me ask you a question. Your income. You don't have to tell me what your income is, but you could tell me more or less. Is your income good? Is it very good? Is it great? Like, how's your income like right now?
It's good. It's good. My income.
Okay, so
I'm making $800 a week.
you're making how much again?
800 a week.
800 a
Yeah.
week?
So 3,200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna answer this question. If you're watching on Instagram, hey guys, text the number. That way you get the private link and you could continue to watch this live. We're gonna say bye to our Instagram friends, babe.
Bye, guys.
Bye Instagram. We'll see you later. Text that number if you want to get the private link. Just make sure you save it, Martin. So, John, what you could do is you could qualify for an FHA loan, and you use your income, and then you're gonna get some rental income, which is gonna help you. So, your wife, you're not gonna be able to use her income because she's not working right now, and she only has 1 year tax returns, but she could be on the loan. So she could be on the loan. And
On title?
both of you on the loan, on title, and both of you can buy as a married couple, and you're gonna use your income because you're the only one with the income. Then what you could do later is once she has the 2 year history, then you could use her income and you guys can buy another property, but it's gonna have to be conventional. You can't buy another FHA property. You can't get another FHA loan anymore. And there is ways to get a second FHA loan, but it gets more tricky. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that you buy a house with your wife and you find a 4-unit property somewhere right there around New Jersey, like in the outskirts, because if you could find something that you qualify for in the outskirts of New Jersey. There's properties right there that are more affordable. So look for them, look for a property. Now, later on, when your wife gets her 2 year history and she's working and she files her tax returns, you could buy another property and you could finance it FHA. However, it has to be a factor. There has to be a factor that's going to allow you to do that. For example, let's say that you your work sends you to California, and all of a sudden now you have to move your family to California, and you have to buy a house, and you're going to occupy it. It's a different state. It's your company sent you to California because they have a warehouse in California, and now you're going to work in California. You could technically qualify for an FHA loan again, even though you have an FHA loan in New Jersey. So, and there's other ways that they allow it, but it gets tricky. So in order to figure out more and know for a fact what we can do is you got to get pre-approved and see where you stand. And for now you qualify for an FHA loan in your area. As a married couple, you can't use your wife's income yet until she has a 2-year history. She files her returns. But for now, you could buy one in New Jersey or in the outskirts of New Jersey where you'll find a better deal.
We aren't licensed in New Jersey, so you would have to go to your local bank or a lender out there. I'm not sure what's out there, but just do your due diligence, get qualified. They'll let you know exactly where you stand, and then you'll know how to proceed.
And that's step number 1. Go get pre-approved.
Yep. Hope that
All
helps.
right. All right, guys.
Awesome, John.
Thank you.
Thank
Viva
you.
Ecuador. ¿Eres de Ecuador también?
Sí, ecuatoriano.
Órale, qué bien, qué bien. Vas a ver el Mundial, ¿verdad? El Mundial.
A chingarle, claro
Sí.
que sí.
México va a ganar el World Cup.
Ah,
Bueno, esperemos.
Okay, next question, Steph.
Next question is from Jesus Rosales.
Jesus Rosales. This one's going really good, Sal.
they all do. Except you're annoying.
How am I annoying? You're beautiful.
I know. Thanks.
Jesus, ¿dónde está? Jesus Rosales, la cámara, por favor. Or actually, this is in English. I lost my.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
Hi,
up?
how
What's up,
are
Jesus?
you?
Can you guys hear me? We're good?
Yep.
Yeah,
all
100%.
Órale, I have a question. Tengo una casa and I want to build like 2 units in the back. Should I refinance or you say HELOC?
Are you in
What do
California?
you think is,
Where are you from?
yeah, we're in Salinas.
Oh, in Salinas.
Oh,
Oh, bro.
yeah.
I'm going to connect you with one of my guys over there. You don't have a lender right now, right?
What do you mean?
You don't have a loan officer that
No,
helps you
I
right now?
don't. No.
Okay, perfect. So
No.
you're set. I'm going to connect you with one of my guys over there. I have a Salinas office. So first
Okay.
step is to get pre-approved. Is your income, credit, all that, is it pretty good, more or less?
Income's pretty good. Credit's not too good.
What's your credit, more like 600s?
Mid 500s.
Okay, and you're basing that off maybe Credit Karma or where did you see that? Is it one of
Equifax.
Oh,
okay, got it. So those FICO scores are different than the reality. So when you apply for a mortgage, when you want to pull like a loan from your mortgage, it's a different credit scoring system. So whatever you get from Equifax, TransUnion, Credit Karma, credit card apps that give you a credit score, a FICO score, those are way off.
Yeah.
Because there's credit ratings for credit cards, for autos, for business loans, for mortgages, for houses. So your FICO is probably going to be a lot higher than that. So first step is to get pre-approved. So I'll connect you with my guy. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. So what I
They'll
would
give you the best option.
Yeah. We'll give you the best option. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you the best option is to cash out, do a regular cash out and cash out max. And even if the rate is I even say 10%, it makes sense if you're going to invest that money and make more. Now, if you're going to cash out and you're going to use it for lifestyle, then that's not good right now. It's not the time to be doing that. But if you're going to pull out the cash for an investment that's going to return you more than 10%, it makes sense. But the good news is that rates have dropped.
Yeah, they have.
So we could get you a nice rate, like maybe in the 6s. So we gotta obviously check everything. Maybe an FHA cash out would make sense. But tell me, why do you want to cash out?
To build 2 units in the back.
To build the 2 units in the back, is that it?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, awesome. Is
So I
it
can take care of the mortgage. For
perfect?
the most part.
So are you building like an ADU or just or another unit?
I don't know the difference. I just want to build probably 2 units, one on the bottom and one on the top.
Okay, so we also have to verify
In the
that.
back.
So again, our lender will help you because we have to verify that the lot permits to add 2 other units to the property. ADUs are very easy
However,
to do.
you could do an ADU.
Yeah, you could do 2 ADUs.
ADUs give you value too. So ADUs is the same thing.
So
It's
we'll
very
check.
similar. Yeah.
We'll have our guy check everything
We'll
for
have
you.
them check it for you, and also like we'll get into the details. I don't want to ask you like your rate and all that stuff, but we'll get into the details and send me. You have my Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Steph, just
Yeah.
get his number through the
We'll
chat.
get your info. Send it to Steph. Not in the chat because everybody's gonna see it. So
No,
just
it's separate. You can
okay.
send it.
Cool. So let's do that, Steph. We'll get your contact and we're gonna help you out.
Give you the best
Already
option
sent it.
available.
Awesome, brother. Good job though.
Okay.
That's really good because you could literally get those other units to pay your mortgage for you or help you a lot. So it's a good investment. So I like the money for that. That's really good.
That way you could save up more and then buy another property. Your goal should be build these 2 and then every year buy a property, buy a property, buy a property, buy a property. And we'll be your guys. We have a lot of amazing loan originators and realtors in the company.
Okay. Sounds
Cool.
good.
Thank
Gracias.
you.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
Steph is going to request your number if you could just give it to her.
Yeah, she did it already.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sounds good.
Nice to meet
Awesome.
you.
Nice to meet you.
He works
Likewise.
at FedEx.
Much-
He has my packages.
Much love to my people from Salinas. All right, guys. So look, we're gonna wrap up. I'm very excited right now with our potluck. We're gonna eat a lot of turkey. Yeah, you're gonna feed that baby. I don't know why they put the champagne here if you're
I
not
don't
even
either.
drinking.
It's not, I think it's empty. Who's this?
No, it's not empty.
Oh,
Look,
Anthony, why is this here? Andrew?
that's Andrew. So guys, we're gonna have a potluck. We're really excited, but I know we could go hours on this, but we gotta keep it at an hour because we do have to we have a commitment right now. But there's other things that other investment properties that we got. You know, after we got our first 2 multi units and financed FHA, we also got more properties. And after that, like Syl said, you have to start putting 25% down when you get 4 units. So the good thing is that you could refinance. So if like kind of like what we were speaking right now with my friend from Salinas, you could refinance and pull out money so that you can buy more. You could pull out money so that you can build another unit or 2. ADU right now is really popular and it's very easy to get it permitted and built like fast. Like if you have a single family, build an ADU. It's a great investment. Now, if you own a property right now, cash out if you can. If you have some equity, cash out some money so that you can be prepared to buy more properties. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to give you an example. We've done a lot of deals like this where last year clients bought properties 80 grand, 70 grand, 100 grand over asking. They were crazy depending on the purchase price, of course. The higher it is, the more they were offering more. $1 million property, they would offer 1.1. There's properties 1.3. Oh, I'll do 1.55 because people were in such a rush and so hungry to buy because properties were going up and rates were super low. And you were getting a 3.5%, a 3%. However, what happened now? So a lot of these people, they bought last year and they thought, I scored a home run, I got a great deal. But now that property, they got a 3.5% interest rate, for example. But now that property that they paid 100 grand above, the property just went down in value.
Yeah.
So now they're negative now of their investment. They're negative. So yes, they have a lower rate. However, now what? Now they're stuck. They're kind of stuck. So now today, if you buy now, you don't have to pay over asking 80 grand, 100 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand, whatever that number is. Now you could offer a little bit less. And even if you don't offer a little less, even if you offer purchase price, you could ask for some credits.
Yeah.
So they can give you credit for closing costs, credit to buy down your rate, credit to get a 3-2-1 buy down, 2-1 buy down. And you might be asking, what's a 3-2-1 buy down? What's a 2-1 buy down? So if the rate is a 6.5, so what the, check this out, guys. Look, I'm gonna end it with this, and you guys are gonna be amazed with what I'm saying. If you get a 3-2-1 buy down, a new program, if the rate is a 6.5, you're gonna get a 3.5 the first year. 3.5 for the first year. Second year, it goes up to 4.5. Third year, 5.5. And then the following year, it goes back to your fixed rate of a 6.5. So your rate is really a 6.5. But this program allows you to get a rate 3 points lower. That's why it's a 3-2-1 buy down. So the difference in payment, that gets added, and that's your cost. But the lenders are allowing this because they want to get you a payment, a rate that's going to make you comfortable, and you're going to be good with the payment. And not only that, we know that rates at some point are going to drop, and the experts are saying that, you know, rates, maybe they're going to go up one more time, but eventually next year you're going to see some lower rates. So when you get a 3-2-1 buy down, you're going to be locked in for a low rate for the first 2-3 years, and then later you're able to refinance when rates come down. So, and remember that eventually in 2 years, in 3 years, properties are going to be up again. So right now you're buying cheap. This is the time to buy cheap when sellers are desperate. You buy cheap, and then in 2-3 years, your property is going to be worth a lot more. And then guess what? Then you could refinance again, cash out some money. When you cash out money and you refinance, you get money. You don't pay taxes on it because you're borrowing money. When you borrow money, you don't pay taxes. When you sell your house, you pay taxes. If you borrow money, cash out, you don't pay taxes. And then you use that money and you buy another property. And then guess what? Real estate gives you 5 major benefits. 5 major benefits. It's the best investment in the world. We are about to blow up and become billionaires, my love, because we're going to get all these. I don't know if you guys have found my Driven Academy. So Driven Academy, I'll end with that. However, when you cash out money, you buy more. I know a lot of multimillionaires that got rich, became wealthy. They don't own a business. They don't have a high paying job. They bought a house, refinanced, bought another one, refinanced, bought another one, and all the properties just build wealth. So if you haven't discovered my Driven Academy, if you go to drivenacademy.com, you go to the website. It's a very small, it's an affordable mastermind. It's my mastermind where you guys can join this mastermind for only $67. And what I'm doing here is we are meeting in person every month. So this Saturday, November 19th, we're meeting in person. This Saturday, November 19th, Brad Lee is flying in. Brad Lee's not charging me. He's doing it for free. He's one of my best friends because he supports me. Dan Fleischman, same thing. It's because I built relationships. We talked about it earlier. But they're coming in, and I'm bringing in some surprises for you. And we're going to meet up here, and we're going to talk about all the how-tos and all the steps it takes to invest in real estate, how to market, how to get better in sales. If you want to know systems, if you want to know how to train your people, if you want to know when to hire, how to hire, everything you need to know about business and investing, we're going to cover it this Saturday, November 19th, and we're going to have a in-person workshop every month. Good job drinking that Celsius, Eva. And not only that, what we're going to do is, like, whenever you need any help with your business, you could always reach out to me. Send me a message. Go to your Driven Academy. Send me a message. I'm also doing for the next I think till Saturday, next 5 people, or not next 5 people, but next people that sign up, I'm gonna give you guys a 5-minute welcome call, and I'm gonna follow you back. So it's a great mastermind. It's only $67. If you're not part of it, sign up. If you want to get more information like this, but more in depth, you want more in depth information, and you always want to have access to me, I created this private mastermind group that's only $67 a month, and you guys get to meet up with me once a month, and you guys have access to me for whatever you want. So go to drivenacademy.com, sign up there, and thank me later. And I'm going to see you guys this Saturday, and we're going to go over all the steps about business and whatever you want to know. I know we have a question, guys, but we have to, somebody posted right now. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you back, and we'll see you soon. Next week, we're going to do this same show in Spanish, and have a happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you before then. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.